What's up, guys? Hope you guys are having a great day. Today I want to talk about something that's pretty important if you're struggling with your manifestation efforts or things just aren't happening as fast as you want them to. And it's something that I've been noticing a lot recently, and it's how easily your subconscious is influenced when your impressions are very light and subtle. So what I mean by this is if you're trying to manifest something and you're putting a lot of energy and a lot of effort into it, it's really a forceful way of manifesting, and it's not always the most efficient and effective way to manifest quickly and effortlessly. It takes a lot of energy. It takes a lot of pressure. Like if you want something really, really bad and you're doing your affirmations and your visualizations, you're using kind of like force. You're trying to kind of force the manifestation, and that's not how things manifest, contrary to popular belief. They say there's a fine line between consistently visualizing and doing your affirmations in a positive way, and there's and on the other side of the coin, you can be doing that in a forceful way, and you want to be on the positive side of that coin. And what I've noticed recently is the things that I think about quickly and effortlessly, kind of like the fleeting thoughts, are the things that have been manifesting pretty damn quick in my life. Like the things I don't really care about at all. Like for instance, I'll give you guys an example. Yesterday I was talking about, you guys might not know about sports or anything, but just the example itself is evident. I was talking with my buddy about an NFL team, football, the Denver Broncos, because his friend plays for them, and we were talking about it. And on my drive home, and I live in North Carolina. On my drive home, I'm passing by this giant semi-truck that has a giant Denver Broncos logo painted right on the side of it. And then right in front of that truck is my other coworker that very day was wearing a family medical supply sweatshirt that he used to work. He used to work there. It's not a very big company or whatever, but right in front of the Denver Broncos truck was a family medical supply truck. And I mean, these are kind of uncommon things to see, but besides the point, those were things that I just kind of noticed. I placed my focus upon them. Like when we're talking about the Denver Broncos, that concept is brought into my mind. My energy is kind of placed on it at that moment, and then when we're done talking about it, I forget about it. And I think my coworker might have been like, "Hey man, look at my shirt. Like I used to work here. I like this sweatshirt a lot. Whatever." My energy was placed upon it in that conversation, but then once we were done talking about it, I don't care about that. I forget about it. So it's like my energy is placed on that topic, and then when the conversation is over, I forget about it. And then thus, later that day, those two things kind of presented themselves into my reality in subtle ways. Like I noticed a Denver Broncos truck in North Carolina, which I've never seen before. And then I noticed a family medical supply truck right in front of the Denver Broncos truck, which is kind of like a double manifestation, which in my mind, that was kind of proof showing me, the universe showing me that, hey, look, like your thoughts are powerful, and the subtle impressions on the subconscious are the most effective, in my opinion. So if you've ever manifested intentionally, which a lot of you probably have, I'm sure you've noticed that the things that you don't really have an attachment to seem to manifest a lot quicker than the bigger things like the job or the car or the spouse or the home, whatever. Those seem to be like kind of, you put them on a pedestal, and those are the things that you really want, but you're putting so much energy and attachment into it, and you really want it. So it's kind of always out there. That feeling of I really want it insinuates you don't already have it. So it's kind of always in the future. I think the key is to subtly place your attention, your focus on how you want to feel now, and then as best you can, just try and let it go and just forget about it and just release all attachment and all focus on that, and it will come. You may see signs, you may see whatever, but the whole point I'm getting at is it's not the aggressive approach that works with this stuff. It's the lighthearted, fleeting, oh, I just place my attention on this briefly, notice how it feels, and let it go. Those are the things that manifest fast. And when you can approach this concept with everything, you'll notice your whole life begins to change, because you're not putting the energy signature of resistance on these things. It's more of like a lighthearted noticing, like you're placing your focus on these things, like, you know, you're noticing them, and then you forget about them, and then they come back to you in a form such as a person or an event or a conversation or whatever. So God, there's so much to talk about this one topic, but I want to make this video as brief as possible. But the key is to just place a lighthearted focus on what you want. Notice it in your mind, notice how it feels already possessing it or whatever, and then just go about your day. Don't keep bringing it up, because once you plant that seed, it's already starting to germinate and become fertilized by, you know, the universe. So don't rip that seed out of the soil once you plant it. Easier said than done, I'm aware, but the concept is true. Once you plant that seed, just let it go. Let the universe do its thing. You don't have to control the process or worry about how it's going to come. That's not your job. And it's hard because the ego wants to make it feel like it's your job, and you have to be, when's it going to come? How's it going to come? Like, I haven't noticed anything yet. Like, is it working? You don't have to worry about that stuff. That's not your job. Just plant the seed, you know, let it go, and watch what comes from that. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Think about this, try and practice it. Start with some small things, and see what happens. And I wish you guys the best of luck on this journey that we are all on together. And have a great rest of your day. Thanks, guys.